Dinar and Dong redemption has started, but only for the chosen few. Iraqi Dinar News Today, 2025. Welcome back to RV News, your #1 trusted source for daily updates, intel, and deep dives into the rapidly changing world of global currency revaluation. If you hold IQD or VND, you'll want to listen to every second of this report. What we're about to reveal today is not just another rumor, not just more hype. This time, we are talking about real-world confirmations, covert movement at top-level financial institutions, verified redemption activity, and most importantly, reality that Dinar and Dong redemptions have officially started. But this is critical not for everyone. This opportunity, at least for now, is being extended only to a select group, the chosen few who have been carefully positioned behind the scenes. It all started quietly, behind closed doors, with virtually no public announcements. Over the last 72 hours, intel from multiple reliable sources has confirmed that Tier 3 and Tier 4A groups have begun processing. Now, Tier 4B, the group that includes everyday currency holders like most of USEs, being prepared for engagement. But access is still extremely limited, based on reports coming out of banking institutions in Reno, Zurich, and even select redemption centers across the US. Dinar and Dong holders who were invited via NDA-controlled channels have already gone in, exchanged, and walked out with either loaded debit cards, SKRs, safekeeping receipts, or verified wire transfer confirmations pending full liquidity over the coming 48 to 72 hours. This isn't theory, this is confirmed movement on the inside. So, who exactly are the chosen few? According to our intel, this group consists of vetted individuals who were either pre-screened as part of private exchange groups or had inside banking contacts, who were able to move them to the front of the line. Many of these individuals were contacted weeks or even months ago, asked to complete documentation, submit identification, and be ready to act on short notice. They signed NDAs, agreed to digital monitoring, and were essentially pre-cleared for Tier 4B redemptions. The key thing to understand is this: they are not high-level government agents or wealthy elites. Many are average citizens who simply connected with the right people early enough and took the process seriously. They followed instructions, stayed quiet, and are now being rewarded with early access to the exchange process. What's even more telling is the reaction coming out of the major banks. Reports suggest that Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and HSBC have quietly updated their internal currency platforms. These are the backscreens we've discussed in previous videos, the hidden parts of banking software that employees at most branches can't even access. These back-end systems are now displaying live placeholder rates for IQD and VND that are markedly higher than the international forex rates. For example, while the public rate for the Vietnamese Dong may still hover around 0.000043, insiders report seeing backscreen values as high as $1.39 to $1.87 per Dong, with some banks in Texas and Florida registering test rates as high as $2.10. As for the Iraqi Dinar, unconfirmed but consistent intel shows provisional rates between $3.90 and $5.95, depending on the bank and the time of day these rates were checked. Now let's talk about how this process is unfolding. According to redemptions now underway, the process starts with a notification call or secure message, followed by a scheduled in-person appointment at the redemption centers, which are being run quietly inside certain regional bank branches. In private office suites, clients are asked to provide all relevant currency notes, IDs, and, in some cases, pre-filled exchange forms that include preferred payout methods, whether cash accounts, trust deposits, or sovereign wealth instruments. The most surprising element, some of these redemptions are happening under non-disclosure agreements that include a 90-day gag order. That's right, individuals exchanging their Dinar and Dong are being legally bound not to speak publicly about the transaction for at least 3 months. That alone tells us just how real and close this revaluation process truly is. This next part is especially important for every listener holding currency and waiting for their moment. Many in the RV community have grown frustrated with years of delays, misinformation, and false dawns. But make no mistake, this is not a test run or a dry simulation. The redemption process has truly begun. However, the reason it hasn't been broadly publicized is simple: the cabal, corrupt financial structures, and those who have suppressed global currency equality for decades are not yet fully removed from power. That means the rollout is being done with surgical precision, in tightly controlled phases, and with a strong emphasis on security and secrecy. What about Tier 4B? That's the big question right now. When will the rest of us get our turn? The answer, based on multiple sources in Reno and international liquidity platforms, is that Tier 4B could be greenlit within the next 5 to 7 business days, possibly sooner. Internal memos from HSBC and Chase suggest that pre-exchange emails and links are already prepared, just awaiting the final global signal. Redemption centers across several U.S. states have reportedly received full staffing alerts, and military logistics teams tied to U.S. Treasury operations are in place at key sites, including Fort Hood, Fort Carson, and select FEMA-secured hubs in Georgia, Virginia, and the Midwest. These are the very locations we've previously identified as RV hot zones, and the activity there confirms that this train is moving fast. For those of you wondering if you missed the boat, the answer is absolutely not. But you must be ready, informed, and alert. Many redemption centers will require appointments to be made within a short time frame, possibly just 72 hours from the release of the email notifications. The window will be narrow. That's why, now is the time to get all your documentation. In order photo ID, bills of lading, proof of purchase for your currencies, and any exchange-related paperwork you've kept over the years. Whether you plan to exchange into a trust, a personal account, or structured payout, being prepared will make the difference between a smooth redemption and a missed opportunity. Let's touch briefly on security protocols. The chosen few currently redeeming are being escorted by private security or meeting at secure financial hubs, often away from public branches. Facial recognition systems, biometric scans, and encrypted financial tools are being deployed to protect both the individual and the transaction. This further emphasizes the seriousness of what is happening. Some of these centers are equipped with instant currency verification machines, capable of authenticating your notes in under 15 seconds. Others have contracts in place with international financial firms to offer real-time asset conversions, including gold and silver-backed payout options. Another major takeaway is that this entire event is being heavily monitored by international coalitions. According to intel from European contacts, observers from the IMF, World Bank, BRICS Alliance, and even the quantum financial system are actively watching these exchanges take place. Every redemption is being logged into a secure blockchain ledger to prevent fraud and track disbursement timelines. This is not a localized financial event. It's a global currency shift happening in real time, starting with a handful of early movers, but set to expand rapidly. What does this mean for you? It means the days of speculating are nearing an end, and the season of action has begun. Whether you hold 100,000 Dong or 25 million Dinar, your time is coming, but you must stay informed, vigilant, and proactive. Join private email lists, keep your phone lines open, and monitor all official RV channels. Do not let the opportunity pass you by just because it didn't come with a big announcement. The truth is, this was never going to be broadcast on CNN or Fox News. This was always going to be a quiet wealth transfer, initiated through secure, coordinated methods. A final word on rates. While we are seeing huge variation depending on redemption, centers, banks, and location, most insiders confirm that we are in the early stage of contract rate display. These are the premium rates reserved for early adopters, private groups, and those who have shown loyalty and integrity during this multi-decade waiting period. Once Tier 4B opens more broadly, we may see these contract rates shrink slightly, moving closer to the public international rates. But even those public rates will likely far exceed the current market values we've grown used to. To all our RV News subscribers, you are not just bystanders in this global transformation. You are the digital soldiers, the currency patriots, and the financial truth seekers who have stayed strong through years of uncertainty. The finish line is in sight. The race is almost over. But the final sprint will be the most critical. Stay alert, stay prepared, and keep watching for notifications. If you're part of the chosen few, you already know what's happening. If you're not, your time is coming fast in when it arrives. You'll want to be 100% ready to act. And that's going to do it for this explosive RV news update. Remember, the Dinar and Dong redemptions have started, but for now, they are limited to those who were prepared, connected, and ready. That doesn't mean you're left out, it means your moment is next. If you found value in today's report, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to RV News, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a critical update. Stay safe.